gas is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest, but I got to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that Joe. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. Let's start the show.
Todd, you feel hot. I could feel heat radiating off of you. What's going on, buddy?
Energy or like body heat?
I'm sitting next to you and I feel like it kind of feels like I'm sitting next to a radiator. What the hell's going on, man? Did you exercise before this?
Yeah. Well, I tried to get my steps in. And so, yeah, I'm coming in. I mean, you see what I'm wearing. I'm in my workout clothes.
Yeah.
And what's your daily step count goal now?
I'm up to, what did they say you need? 10,000
is the best.
So I'm getting about 100 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's much less.
That's great. Well, it's much less, but I think there's an issue with my step counter because my phone's always falling out of my pants.
Right.
And so I think it's
Now so you're putting in steps that you're not getting credit for.
That's what I think.
Well,
Let me see your phone.
Let me see your phone and let me look at it.
Okay. Well, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's how these companies rip you off these days.
Step Counter app is the one?
Yeah.
Todd.
Uh-huh.
This is an app where you just put the names of your stepchildren into it.
Okay. So
it has 0 in there.
It's 0?
Yeah.
But there is slots for 10,000.
Yeah, there's slots for 10,000 stepchildren.
So it's for 10,000 stepchildren is what's healthy, what they say you're supposed to have?
I think this app is not about steps at all. This isn't a health app. This is just so you can keep track of the people in your life.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to call my accountant. I have to stop payment on this thing.
How much did you pay for it?
Oh, God, is there in-app purchases?
Oh, yeah, it does say.
Yeah.
Well,
I bought,
Don't tell me you bought each slot.
I bought... Yeah, you buy each new slot. You can't take the steps if you don't have the slots, is what I understood. And so I bought all these slots. Obviously, I bought some coins so that I could get some...
Corn?
Corn.
Oh, okay. I thought you said corn.
No, well, I bought corn for my farm.
Ooh, yes, okay.
I bought some cows. You know, I'm building my farm out, too, on this app, I think.
It does have a sort of like a Simpsons tapped out sort of like a world-building Sims kind of offshoot on
How
here.
many different ways are these? Is this app sucking her and you out of money?
Well, I have to send them a picture of my face, but it's I could only figure that out because I was translating the language from Russian to English in my Google Translate.
You're in trouble.
So
yeah,
Todd, you're in trouble here, Todd.
No, I just have to send them my face from 360 different angles.
Todd, there's a tab in this app that
you're sending the back of your head.
Yeah,
it's a whole head. So they're gonna make a Todd Padre head. That's what
I don't know. It's so I can count my steps. Is what I understand.
Todd, there's a whole tab on here that says sensitive personal information.
Well, yeah, they got to know as much about you for health stuff, is what I understood.
I think the KGB is making a Todd.
Yeah, it seems like
that's what I think.
And then they're using this other game thing, the farm building game, to see your how you'd act in decision.
Into the farm app here? What info do you put into the farm app?
It has your personal address on it.
Personal address. I mean, just if I had a farm, that's the address it would be at.
Sleeping and waking times.
Sleeping and waking times. DNA. I had to send them my hair.
Oh my God!
Do you think they're doing a Todd Churian candidate?
I think so.
I mean,
think they're going to produce a full Todd, and he's going to become an assassin.
Oh Jesus! Well, I'll tell you, if I had a bad boy clone out there, it would help get me out of some things. I could use that as an excuse. Yeah,
okay. So maybe you're pulling the long one on them. Maybe this is actually good for you.
I think this is good for me. I go back to Red Lobster, and I'm like, hey, that picture you have up of the guy you can't allow in, that was my clone.
Yeah.
Known assassin.
And then you can dive back into the lobster tank again. If they let you in.
That's right. As long as I made this deal with them. Throw the rubber bands on my hands and let me dive in.
Fair fight.
If the rubber bands are on, it's a fair fight.
Well, Todd, you are 30 times bigger than every one of those lobsters. You've ripped.
But they can breathe underwater.
Yeah, and you've now taken away his thumbs, the human advantage.
To
me, as far as I'm concerned, that's the only advantage we have.
The human to lobster advantage is the thumbs. And I said, no, I'll go no thumb. Throw me underwater. Their turf. Surf.
And of course, they will not fight on turf. We've had this fight before. They die quickly.
They die quickly. The second issue is people will walk by and they'll go, I want that one. And then I'm getting served up.
Yeah, that's a problem.
If they can get me out of the
When
tank.
are they going to finally do this, Royal Rumble of surf versus turf?
The world is waiting
Cows
to see
versus
cows
fish.
versus fish.
Who wins? Surf versus turf?
It depends on the turf, I would say.
Well, yeah, it could be a swimming competition. Fish will wipe the floor with those fucking fat cows. Could be a grass eating competition. Cows will wipe the floor with those fat fish.
You'd be surprised. Fish will eat grass.
Real seagrass.
Seagrass.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is actually a really great idea, surf versus turf.
Yeah.
I think this might have to be my next big project. I think I have to get behind this.
Yeah, and I think it's best of 7. You do
Absolutely. Well, it's a full playoff.
and you switch home and away.
Absolutely.
Some are on surf, some are on turf. You keep it even.
It's a full season. It's like the football 16-week season, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I bet you I would put so much money that you're not even getting to game 5. Turf gets owned by surf.
Well, you never
Really?
in the surf. But what about when we're back on the plains? Fish are flopping around.
I think a floppy fish still has a good fight in it, especially if it's a spiky backed fish.
My question is, how do we solve home court advantage? Who has 4 games on their surf or turf?
I mean, whoever has the most delicious record.
That is true. And for me, it's beef.
It's definitely beef. I've never had fish that I like.
You have to try my branzino.
No.
You have to try my
I'm never going
branzino.
to eat anything you cook for me, Todd.
My salted
Todd, we're never
branzino-
going to eat anything you cook.
No, it's a salted branzino over a long grain white rice, and it is cooked. It's cooked all the way through.
That's not enough for me.
No. Salt does not cook food.
Yeah.
Salt protects food, it preserves it, but
Tell
it
that
doesn't
to
cook it.
ceviche.
Yeah, well, ceviche is cooked by acid, not by salt.
And I don't even like ceviche, Todd.
Okay, you don't believe me.
That's the truth, Todd. You pour an acid, lime juice, lemon juice, something on there, and it cooks it. It cooks it enough to kill germs. Okay, that's
Gaslighting.
Yeah, what you never do.
No.
You never light the gas to cook your food.
Yeah.
You just put salt on it and go, done!
In fact, I know for a fact the gas got turned off at your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said, well, hasn't used it in 10 years.
Yeah.
This could be a
They
liability.
did you a favor. They were like, we're not going to keep taking money from you, Todd.
This sucks. I'm getting gaslit. I'm getting mansplained.
God.
It's all bullshit.
Well, you're on Team Turf.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Surf.
All right.
I got 2 things going on. I'm doing this, and I'm also going to go on Chopped, and I'll cook only Todd fish dishes.
Marcus Samuelson is going to beat the shit out of you, Todd. He is going to beat the shit out of you. You will not cook food good enough for him to even taste it.
Kick it!
Oh, come on! I was mid-thought. You can't... All right, well...
No, it was a fake kick. That was a fake kick.
Oh, thank God.
That was
okay.
a fake kick.
Well, in that case...
Kick it.
Oh, my God! I swear to God. Okay, well... Okay, we're back to singing the theme along with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not the tool time. You did it backwards.
Welcome back to Tool Time Improvement.
And I'm Tim, the Toolman Weatherman.
Hey, Al, your mom is fat.
Okay.
What a classic joke.
All right.
Making fun of a man's fat mom.
Okay.
What a beautiful, hilarious comedian. He
Well-
worked his whole life to get there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge. It's the first, best, and only podcast pertaining to issues relevant to the Hamilton High School community. I, of course, am Howard, MVP of the tournament, Levis.
Uh-oh.
Of course, that is a nickname I gave myself.
First most valuable player given to the coach.
Yes. As everybody knows, the spring tournament was this past week.
That's right.
The team did...
And they're doing tournaments like dances this year, right? They're doing the spring tournament,
the homecoming tournament,
Yeah.
winter
And the-
formal
Mercedes
tournament.
Hawkins.
The
Yeah,
Sadie
Sadie
Hawkins
Hawkins, that's going to be an interesting tournament.
Well, because it's a totally new teams.
Totally
the
new.
girls decide who the teams are for the boys, and then the girls also pick their own teams.
Yeah. They are doing things a little bit differently this year, but of course in the spring tournament, we didn't win any games, but
That's tough.
Yeah, but we scored plenty of points. And every other coach.
What do you mean by plenty? Because if you didn't win any games, that seems to me like it's not enough points.
Well, we didn't win enough points to win, But we did score plenty of points, which is what all the other coaches said to me after the games. They said, you guys scored plenty of points.
I'll tell you what, one thing that you do differently than Bill that I like to see is that end of the game coach handshake and conversation. You let that convo ride.
Yeah.
It seems like you're really chatting up that other coach.
Yeah.
The janitor was sweeping you out of the gym the other night because you guys were staying so long in half court.
Well, it was the last game of the night. Of course, they play 8 games a night in these tournaments because they do the whole tournament in one night, just like the dances.
Yeah. The DJ, of course, sets the tone for when the games start and end.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so the DJ was packing up, and me and the coach from Winterville were still gabbing away because, we got a lot in common.
Yeah.
His
team just mopped the floor with you.
Yeah. And my team was the mop. That's the thing we had in common.
Wow.
I said, what was it like to sort of use my team to...
Now, that is sportsmanship.
Yeah, and I'm trying to learn, because unlike Bill, I'm willing to sort of sink my teeth into this job and actually try to get better at it.
Wow.
So I'm taking every piece of advice I can get from all these other coaches. I'm saying, hey, let me get you coffee. Let's go out tomorrow and let's talk, and you can tell me all your secrets, and then maybe next time I can implement them in a game.
Howard, I'm proud of you for that, but I do want to stop and point out you just threw Bill under the bus hard. Unlike Bill,
wow.
I'm a good coach.
Not that.
Unlike Bill, what's next? You're going to sell the beef diaper?
He's not here to defend himself.
Come
Howard.
on.
And I'm not. Hey, look, I'm not saying. I didn't say that he's a bad coach. I just said I'm a better coach. Okay. And
Whoa.
I'm just a coach.
I hope I'm not next.
You're not. Look. I'm not going to take either of your guys' jobs.
So I don't leave the room when this guy's around. Otherwise, I'll walk back in with a knife in my back. Perfect metaphor.
Yeah, perfect metaphor.
You'll walk back into the room I'm in with a knife in your back.
Because I left and you knifed me in the back. Beware the Ides of Howard. I've said it once.
I'm not going to backstab you guys.
Backstabber.
No,
Backstabber.
listen.
Ninth circle of hell is for you, by the way.
I'm not going back to hell. I'm not going back to hell. I've lived a good life.
But you do have a punch card for hell.
Well,
you
of
get
course.
to use the fast lane.
Yeah, everybody does. All of us do. Old slobs will know.
That's true.
We've all been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
We went to hell, been there, done that, got the T-shirt, got bored in a couple episodes, came back to them all.
Been there, done there, got the T-shirt. Now, the good thing about going to hell once is you get the fast pass to get back in.
Yes.
Because, if you're going to go to hell again, the last thing you want to do is wait when you get there.
Well, but then they added this California adventure, and the past fast,
yes,
or fast pass does not apply to that.
Right.
And now I got to wait in lines all over again just to do Soarin' over Hades.
All those other rides that are there.
Sticksland.
Beelzebub's Toy Story ride. But the good thing about California Adventure is at least you can drink.
Yeah.
At least you can drink in there. You can let your kids. You can let your kids do whatever you want in hell while you're in California Adventure.
Yeah,
but
Carl Strass made a great deal with California Adventure. So you get a craft brew, get a red trolley ale.
Yeah, and craft brew was definitely the beer of hell. Hell is now sponsored by all craft breweries.
Hell has the two best things going for it with craft breweries. It is sponsored by all craft breweries, and then it will be sold to Budweiser, and all the craft brewery fans will get mad for some reason.
Yes. Everyone's going to shave their goatee in protest.
My name is Todd Padre, as you all know. Working on a new play that I think is going to blow the hearts and minds of...
Blow the hearts.
Blow the hearts. It's going to blow your hearts off. As you all know, I've been working on the wall of gratitude, not the wall of fatitude.
Yep.
That I've kind of gotten a reputation for kind of my loving street art and performance art, and now we're doing a play called Hugs, and it's a little performance art because I think what the world needs now is hugs, sweet hugs, and it's all about loving each other.
Wow.
And it's all done fully, pants off. It's nude.
Okay.
It's nude
First
theater.
red flag.
Okay. Yeah.
You're a high school teacher.
It sounded like really sweet.
Yeah.
And then why did they have to be nude?
Vulnerability. We've got to be vulnerable again, and we've got to teach kids that
Who's
nudity.
nude?
Yeah, are you nude?
Who's nude here, Todd?
Well, the star is nude, whoever that ends up being.
It's gonna be you. We all know it. Don't even joke. Don't even pretend that that's not going to be the truth anymore, Todd.
You never know. There are no foregone conclusions.
Are you in casting right now?
I'm in casting right now.
How far along in the process are you?
We are right now in pre-production.
And how many people have you seen?
How many people have I
Zero?
seen? No, it's not zero. I can't count off the top of my head. We're having people kids are sending in self-tapes right now.
Todd,
they're taping from home.
The kids can't take pictures of themselves bottomless and send them to you.
This is the problem. In Europe, kids are naked all the time.
I don't know.
And it's not sexualized. This is the problem is nudity equals sex in America, and it's broken your old man brains, okay?
Says a 125-year-old man.
I'm
You know what?
76. I just look 125. Thank you. That's what my driver's license says. The play is nude. I'm not budging on this. Hugs in the Nude is coming up this spring, and I'm not budging. And it's non-sexual. There will be no arousal. If you're aroused, you get kicked out. That's the other thing.
Does that rule apply to you too, Todd?
The other thing.
What do you mean does that apply to me? Well, you get measured.
You're going to kick yourself out of your own play
Because
if
you
you get a
famously
chub.
say that you've been aroused in every play you've directed. That's part of it.
Well, yes. Because, being on the stage arouses me. You're not an artist if it doesn't. It should turn you on because you're creating. It's godly. It's godly what you're doing there. It's
You always use the same crappy
beautiful,
platitudes.
and it is sensual. It is sensual, and I don't mean sex. It's more than sex, and that's what your
Senses.
backwards boomer brains. We don't think this way in the 2020s. Okay,
Right.
Gender's gone. You don't get horny anymore. Everyone's naked.
I don't think that is an understanding of modern sexuality at all.
I don't think that at all.
Also,
is
you
true.
say 2020, but you are rocking 1920s sensibilities.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it the mustache?
Yeah, quite frankly, it is. It's the mustache, the top hat, the little bartender thing you wear around your bicep.
Oh yeah. That's to keep my little bottle popper in.
That's right.
Bottle pop. Okay, well, Todd, who's getting hugged in this play? Is it an audience interactive thing? Are there
Great
other
question.
performers?
Now, do you see how nice it is to be curious instead of judgmental?
Well, I'm just waiting for the judgment part. I'm asking the question to get the detail that I'm going to judge you for.
Every scene starts with two historical enemies.
Oh, Jesus.
And then by the end, they're hugging.
So there is an idea behind this.
So Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Oh, okay.
First, they're arguing about nonviolence and ways to protest. And by the end of the scene, they're naked and they're hugging. Okay?
Wow.
Mother Teresa and Lady Di.
So they start with clothes
okay,
on,
hang on.
They start...
and then they're sort of stripping down
As they get more vulnerable emotionally, they're also taking their clothes off.
I understand
Of
the
course-
connection between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr.
I will say I do think that's interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I do think that's smart.
Thank you.
I do think also this will get you put in jail.
Yeah.
But I do think artistically that is smart.
No.
I just want to understand.
Nope. That's it.
Like
Just
I
no.
said, I see the connection between MLK and Malcolm X.
Sure.
Lady Di and Mother Teresa. What do these two ladies have to talk about?
Well, they're opposites.
They're opposites, hot and ugly.
Next. Move on fast. Of course, you're going to have Jerry Seinfeld and Newman.
Seinfeld and Newman.
Okay, again, I get the connection. Those two are very connected. Still, Mother Teresa and Lady Di.
And don't
seem
forget,
connected
as
to me.
Seinfeld and Newman, and we're taking self-tapes. I want to see your best Seinfeld and your best Newman. As they are getting more naked, there is a monitor on everyone in the audience. If they're getting hornier, they're out. You're out of the play. We're kicking you out, and we're shaming you. Because sex is the past. The future is humanity and connection, and that's what I'm all about now. It's what we need in this crazy election season.
Yeah.
There is something beautiful about that, Todd. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Now, I think that's a really good view towards the future, but I think my view might be better.
Uh-oh.
I think we have to figure out this thing between land animals and sea animals.
So you're taking over surf and turf
I
as
really
your...
think so. I think the problem with global warming maybe not even be above water.
Wow.
And I'm just considering this because of that idea we had 20 minutes
You think
ago.
global warming is happening because of these... I don't want to say anything rude, but
I don't want to
these
be judgmental.
lazy fish,
Yes.
these polluting crabs and lobsters.
We talk about methane gas of the cows that
Right.
we produce for our beef farting.
What about the sea cows?
What about the sea cows, the manatee?
That's right.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? The manatee is farting underwater all day long. And we know this. Science knows this.
Sam, I'm going to tell you now. You don't have to start this campaign now.
You have a sea cow.
Sam, you can take a week.
And we don't know who's doing global warming.
Sam, you can take a week.
We don't know who's
platform.
doing it.
You don't have to come up with it right now, buddy.
It's land versus sea. and this will find the answer of who's the bad guy now. And I think it's them.
Now, I think this is interesting, Sam, because first of all,
Thank you
were wildly, rudely, and disrespectfully rejected from your rock climbing crew.
Exactly. Which is crazy. They said I bastardized it by turning into food and feeding myself to the climbers. They said I bastardized it.
So that's not what it was
and
about.
I was like, well, what are you guys doing rolling around in all this talc that I turned into flour and salt and pepper? Anyway,
but I think that this is the correct reaction. Something else, food related or animal related for you. I think this is where you are. This is your zone.
I agree.
Obviously, a lot of the kids in school have now been drawing you for their art projects, and we've got that display up, which has been really interesting.
Yeah, we've changed from the classic hand turkey. That was something the kids were doing, and now they're doing the
Sam turkey.
The Sam turkey or the hand Sammy. It's kind of either one. If you can't draw well, you can still use your hand. And my face is the palm, and the fingers are the hair. But each of the hairs then looks like a chicken strip. So it's still either way a pretty accurate drawing of me.
So it's their hand.
Yeah.
The palm of their hand just
is the face.
And then the hairs are chicken fingers, which is their
good because it's already fingers.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is very close to a Don King look, I would say.
I would say so. So that's been calming the students down, which has been really nice. But I'm pretty convinced this land versus sea thing is the next thing. I'm pretty sure that we need a surf versus turf. And I'm picturing a Jock Jams vibe. We invite athletes. We invite musicians. We invite fish. We invite cows.
MTV Rock and Jock.
Yes.
Or Jock Jams the CD.
Jock Jams will be playing, and Rock and Jock is the thing I was thinking of.
Okay.
And what, they're playing a sport? Is it a boxing match?
Yeah, I think we'll do some sea sports. So there'll be water polo. The cows will have to play water polo against the fish.
Okay.
And then the fish will have to play football against Nelly and the cows.
So Nelly is part of the cow
Of course, he's a land person.
Nelly's land. Dan Cortez, obviously Sea of Cortez, that's sea.
Yeah, Dan Cortez will be in the sea. Of course, Michael Phelps, the human torpedo, sea.
Bill Bellamy. Gil Bellamy.
Yes, see. So you don't really know who's on which team until you find the thing their name
are we forcing everybody to pick a side here?
Well, in like the great land versus sea wars, I think that is what it's going to turn into.
Wow. Okay, so it's kind of like in the like NBA
Howard
All-Star
the coward,
weekend.
Obviously a sea animal.
Okay.
Howard the coward, sea animal.
Cow.
Sea cow.
Sea cow.
Howard the sea
come on.
coward.
Howard the sea coward.
Because you're afraid of water. We've all seen you try to dip your toes into the ocean, or even take a shower.
Or even take a sip at a restaurant. You'll spit it straight back up into the air, and then unfortunately it rains down upon you.
Yeah, and I shoot out of my chair to try to let it hit on the ground in the seat and not on my
And then
legs.
there's a full shootout with your gun and the water. You try to shoot the water.
I have tried to shoot water before.
You're very afraid of water.
Yeah. It's a thing that everybody knows about me.
I've
kept it hidden for 5 or 6 years.
If you're going to bring water around Howard, make sure you disarm him first.
Yeah.
That's right. Because he's a gun-toting member of the NRA.
I don't like using my gun, but if you bring water around me, unless it is distilled.
That sounded like a Dos Equis commercial for a second. I don't like using my gun, but when I do, it's to shoot water.
Unless it's distilled.
Dos Equis, call up Howard. He wants to shoot water and wants to promote beer.
I don't want to, but
Yes,
I will.
you do all
I don't
the time.
want to. It's just, it scares me, okay? You guys know what happened to me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yes, your mom tried to drown you?
Yes.
She said, she looked you in the eye and said, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, well, of course, she talked to her doctor and said, I'd like to have a water birth, no reason. And I was born, and she stepped out of the kiddie pool and put a layer of film over the water, and I survived underwater for an incredible amount of time.
And this was when you were literally a newborn.
Yes, popped out, and she tried to drown me in a kiddie pool.
Wow, your memory is uncanny.
Well, I've heard the story.
Well, you've heard the story, and
heard the
traumas
story.
stick with you
Yeah.
when you unpack them.
I have nightmares about it.
Yes.
That's what happens. It's PTSD. Every time I see water, I'm thinking about when I was still attached to my mother by the umbilical cord, trapped
Well,
underwater
joke's
in
on
a kiddie
her.
pool. Yeah.
You could still breathe.
Yeah.
You were basically scuba diving.
Yeah.
Would you call these water nightmares wet dreams?
Because we are.
I guess I have to now.
Oh, you're
so-
turned on, baby? Gross.
Something we're learning about Howard that we've always known, but we're letting you all know, is Howard has wet dreams, which are water nightmares about his mom trying to drown him right as he was born.
Just to be able to picture myself as a literal newborn would be really unbelievable. I think that's a really cool thing that you
Well,
have.
the interesting thing is I've never seen my body in these visions. It's always just flashes of sort of bubbles and then like the sort of hazy image of a woman.
You did some poetry about this. Sort of a spoken word, sort of
I have.
bubbles.
I have. I
Would
did
you
go
like
on
to
the.
share one?
Well, there's a clip I was
Yeah,
on.
we can play the clip from the open mic. Or
Yeah.
what were you on? Sorry.
Well, no, it was I was on an open mic.
Well,
is
but
all.
you were also on a pretty big professional thing. I think we should play the gritty open mic version and
Yeah.
then the more polished.
Yeah.
Which,
'cause-
and by the way, students, I know it's a student-only open mic. If we have material, we're coming up with it.
Why
and
do you
we're-
think we run it?
We're bumping your stupid asses.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm sick of it.
Why do you think I bought all those sweaters?
Turtlenecks, to be specific. Well, mock turtlenecks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they won't let me buy the full ones. They said you can't handle it.
All right, so this is Howard Levis doing poetry at a open mic night. And play.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for giving me time up here today. I'd like to do a. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'd like to do a poem that I've been working on. It is entitled "Bubbly Mommy." Bubbles, 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 hazy mommy above. Bubbles, bubbles, more bubbles.
Large latte?
Mommy, mommy, I love you.
Large latte extra.
But do
no
you
whip?
love me? I'm
Are
sorry.
you,
no whip
are you
extra.
ordering or delivering one? Is that an order or a...
Oh, I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a poem up here. Can you guys figure this out either outside or just in the other room? Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Skip
there's
to
no
the-
cafe in here. We just are holding a few lattes and we don't know who they belong to.
Okay, well, just drop them off. And
Trying to do the vibe. Just trying to set the vibe.
this is a big moment for me to perform this poem. Can you guys settle down a little bit?
Do it, brother.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next stanza. Thank you. Bubbles, bubbles, terror around. Bubbles, bubbles, mommy, a sound. Sounds of love.
Hot chocolate scone
I'm sorry, sir.
coming out the microwave.
Is that a hot chocolate flavored scone or is it a hot chocolate with a scone?
It's a hot chocolate scone.
Oh, I'm waiting for a scone hot chocolate.
Okay.
I wrote it down wrong. Be right back.
Okay, I'm just going to power through the rest of the poem.
I have
okay?
to go to the store because we don't make it. It's not
Take your time.
Okay,
Sorry, Howard.
it's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, your apology doesn't make it so that I can go back to the beginning and make this good. Okay? I got to start at the end now because just I can't ramp up. Okay. So this is just the last couple lines.
These are booze snaps.
You don't say that, sir.
Hey, let's pause here real quick. Do we even want to hear the third stanza, Howard? Does it get good in the third?
Well,
Or
let's
do
just
you
say,
at least go uninterrupted?
I wish. I'll just say this: the third stanza is mostly just guys delivering food and drink.
Well, let's see. We'll see.
Okay, and play.
Bubbles, bubbles. Is that for me?
No, I ordered the bubbles.
Hot pizza? Hot pizza from Domino's?
Yeah.
Delivered to this classroom?
Yeah.
Is this place one of those Domino's hotspots? You can just order a pizza to.
Sure is, buddy.
Okay.
One of the kids set it up, I think, as
Okay.
a joke, but
Whose
we're
pizza is
delivering
this?
here almost every
Whose
day.
pizza
now.
is this? Somebody take your pizza, please.
Squirtle?
It's a pizza for Squirtle? Or is it a
Oh
drink
my
for
God,
Squirtle?
they did it, dude. They did it.
Okay.
I got a pizza here for Squirtle.
He doesn't know who Squirtle is.
Okay, Squirtle, get your pizza. Squirtle, stand up, get your pizza.
Oh, shit, I forgot that's my real name.
Squirtle,
It's still funny.
Squirtle, get your pizza.
Squirtle.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for delivering, sir. Here's a tip. I don't know. Here. Okay.
Get off the stage, snaps.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I will. You know?
Well, Howard, that was really impressive. I could feel your bravery on stage.
Thanks. You didn't really hear much of the poem.
I don't understand the bubbles, I guess.
Bubbles?
Were
Well,
you blowing bubbles?
No, because when you're flailing around underwater, the bubbles that sort of follow your arms and everything, that's the visual of my wet dreams.
I don't know.
Is that I see bubbles in front of me, and I don't know. Listening to that tape made me really mad, guys. It made me really mad, and it made me want to go kill this Squirtle kid.
I don't know, dude. We have one Pokemon at the school, and I think we gotta let him be.
You know what?
How do you think it's gonna look if you kill the one Pokemon?
Gotta catch them all. Gotta kill a Squirtle is what I say.
Howard, this is dangerous.
No, hey,
This is
we
malicious.
revealed now that I have a gun, so this kid's fucked.
Howard, do not shoot Squirtle.
Hey, if Squirtle shows his ugly face around this school,
You think if
he's
you
gonna
have
eat
a
bullet.
battle with Squirtle, you're winning?
Yeah,
You're going
battle-
to have to get yourself a Charizard to even have a chance.
No.
Yeah, maybe
Hey,
a Mewtwo.
Charizard will, my gun.
Charizard, your gun.
Yeah, he can Charizard my gun is what I
That's pretty good,
He
I
can
guess.
Charizard my gun. He's going to eat a bullet.
Charmander.
Squirtle, if you're listening, you're going to eat a bullet.
Look, Howard, I know it's not the first time we've used our platform to threaten one of the students.
Well, Squirtle has it coming.
And this platform is getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting riskier and riskier to do so.
Well,
But we
Sorry,
All right,
Squirtle.
well, we can't stop the guy. Squirtle, watch your back. Howard's going to try to kill you. Ash, we know you're out there. If you want to get a couple friends to help defend Squirtle, I think you're going to need it. Howard does have 40 hit points in his gun.
that's true.
I need to go to the bathroom,
Let's take a quick piss.
which is what we call a break.
That's right.
All right, folks. Thanks for sticking it out through the break. We appreciate it.
This is one of the longest breaks of the year, and we really appreciate you guys sitting through.
Yeah. It's tough. Sometimes you forget you're listening to something because they took a break, and then you guys stuck around. You're still listening.
We really appreciate that. We get the numbers on these, like how many people turn it off at the break.
Yeah. Most.
Because I definitely get it with my plays. You know, you can see people leaving during
Very
the
easy.
intermission.
Obvious when
Yeah.
there's empty seats at the end that weren't empty at the beginning.
And a big thing you do in a play is you go, hey, folks, stick around. The big special guest is coming up in the second half. And you know, you get a few butts and
Yeah,
seats.
but it's always a lie for you.
Well, yeah, the big special guest, we always tell the audience at the end, was in their hearts the whole time.
Right.
But in this new play, you know, we'll be losing people because we're kicking them out when they get too horny.
Yeah.
Everybody usually feels pretty cheated by that, right?
I think so. But, you know, theater should cheat people.
Yeah.
What's up, old slobs?
Oh.
What?
Hello. Hey, can I sit here? Can I use his mic?
We're recording.
We're
actually.
recording right now.
Sorry,
Could
we're
you
in the
actually-
middle of
I'm
a
sorry,
show.
sir.
It's
Yeah, we're in.
me.
This is, you guys don't know who this is?
It's me. It's Chris Cravy.
This is
It's
this
Chris
is
Cravy.
you remember Chris Cravy? Bill invited us all to
Bill's
Chris's
brother, Chris.
Chris had a no marriage, like a wedding where he
Yes.
wasn't marrying anybody but threw a party for himself.
Yes, that's right. And you guys
Okay.
met me there. I was the caterer.
You know what's funny is how much Bill never, ever talks about it.
Chris, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe me, I've been listening to this podcast, and I'm like, I'm not coming up on here at all.
Well, sorry about that. And also, I get. I don't even know how you got the address or how you're here.
Nor do I. It came to me in a dream.
What?
Came to me in a dream. I had
And
the-
it was correct?
And it was correct. Well, the GPS took me to the wrong gate, but it was the right building.
Oh,
So it
okay.
did take me a little while to find the right stairwell.
Pretty good
All
dream.
that stuff.
Well, I guess welcome
Yeah,
to
I
the
just
lounge,
figured
Chris.
I figured I'd barge on in.
Chris
you know?
Cravy, how the hell are you?
I'm doing good. good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm doing good. I just figured, of course, I am a loyal listener because I keep tabs on my brother Bill.
Wow.
This is your only way you keep tabs on him?
He has cut me out of his life. He
Yeah.
says I am a toxic personality.
Well, hey, the brother of my best friend is welcome here anytime.
Thank you so much.
Let us know next time.
Yeah, and
I won't. I won't. I don't. I think that would detract from the overall atmosphere of me arriving, shocking you.
so you liked that moment where you came in and we were all just like, what?
So you do have that cravey shit-eating gene.
I love to eat shit. I love to make you guys feel like you're eating shit. And I love to see the look on your faces when you go, oh, shit. Here's Bill's brother, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a no shit for me because obviously I have moved your weekly newsletter into my spam.
You're not reading my newsletter?
Yeah.
No.
Chris Gravy's crap. That's what I call it, Chris Gravy's crap.
Unfair that
And
it.
it's bullet points.
Now that you mention it, I received this newsletter once months ago. Didn't realize it was yours, and I never signed up for it. I've never written my email address down. And
No
I
one
somehow
has
got
ever. Well, your email address came to me in a dream,
Whoa.
and I got it right.
Whoa.
I knew when I didn't get a bounce back, I was like, I bet that landed in his inbox.
So, in these dreams, are they ethereal or is it literally like you sitting at a desk and being like, Howard Levis at yahoo.com?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I didn't tell them how to spell it.
Yeah, it's
It's
Levis.
spelled like it sounds.
And God only knows how Yahoo is spelled.
Jesus Christ!
It's-
Please don't use that, everybody. We'll bleep it. We'll bleep it in post. We'll
Yes.
bleep it.
Wink.
Yeah, well,
Big wink over here from Sam. Big wink.
Okay, I'm liking the support. Chris is a listener.
Yes, Chris
you
is a
listen
fan.
a lot.
I'm an old slob.
That's great, Chris.
Yeah, well, to answer your question about my dreams, they are somewhere between ethereal and awake. All I know is that it's akin to sleep paralysis. That's sort of how it feels. Is
Eyes open, perceiving the world.
Eyes open, perceiving the world at my desk, but I am powerless to do anything.
So you're on Google Googling this information and
Yes.
calling them dreams. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
the
not a
only
dream.
other thing, but except they are extremely wet. My dreams are extremely wet.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
I
so,
am,
as far as arousal goes?
yes, it's
Okay.
not. It's that
Different.
kind of wet dream where
Different.
I am. Yes, where I am.
Different than mine.
Because Howard has wet dreams, but he
Just
claims they
about
don't.
Almost
make him
every night about your almost early death.
You're having wet dreams every night about your early death. That's
Yeah.
so interesting. Oh my god.
I've never been curious about Bill in this way, but now I want to know what your parents are like. Because
well-
you and Bill are pretty similar.
Hey, you and me both would like to know who our parents are and what they're like, because of course we grew up in an orphanage together.
Oh,
we
man.
Wow. Backstory.
Yeah.
This is great.
The most revealing, cravey
Yes.
stuff we've ever heard.
I don't know if that contradicts anything Bill has
It does.
told you.
It does, but it's okay. It doesn't matter.
Your adoptive parents are in town
Yeah,
right now. And
yeah.
I have a theory that that's why Bill ran off
Yeah.
and pursued the beef diaper.
Yes.
Now, Bill is also, I don't, there's a lot of, so you grew up, what is it like now as an adult? I mean, you've got these blogs, Chris Cravy's Crap.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Which-
newsletter blogs.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
They
these
are
aren't-
blogs that I print out and mail to people.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't live on the internet anywhere.
No.
They're just.
I'm
sent-
not allowed on the internet.
Well,
Hey,
What?
you got 86 from the web.
I got 86. Well, actually, I 5150'd myself from the web.
wow.
I took a long, hard look in the mirror and I said, I should not be allowed to have this.
And being 5150, that means you're a danger to yourself and others.
Yes. Yes, it's the legal code for
That's
when you
responsible.
voluntarily commit yourself to a sanitary institution. I kind of
Sanitary?
I kind of yes,
sanitary institutions. So, like
That's
the
right.
trash place?
Yeah, like the
So, like a
trash
janitor
place.
school?
Yeah, I committed myself to janitor school. And I was doing all sorts of unhealthy Googling, and I said, you know what I should do? I should give this up cold turkey. I
Were
should
you
go
binge-
to janitor school.
Clean up your
Binge
act.
Googling?
I was binge Googling. I would Google one thing, and then immediately Google something else.
Oh my
Before the
God.
results even loaded.
Before the results even came up.
It's not even a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was feeling lucky most days. You know what I'm talking about?
First result.
Yes.
Wow.
Always
Swinging
first
for the
result.
fences.
Russian roulette.
And did you ever bite the big one in this Russian roulette of Google?
Yeah, well, in the sense that I was Googling things with a gun in my mouth, yes.
Uh-oh. Hey, Squirtle, listen up. That's you.
Stop talking about this Pokemon kid.
We have one Pokemon in the school. You cannot belittle him like this. All
This is a
right.
hate crime.
Yeah, well,
I love
He
what
said,
Howard's
yeah,
doing.
well,
I love it, Howard. I say threaten more people. Y'all should be using your platform for this. And this kind of gets to why I wanted to come by and
oh,
talk
you
to
had a
y'all.
reason.
Yeah, I had a
It's
reason.
not just to promote Chris Cravy's crap.
No, but of course, if you guys could please subscribe to Chris Cravy's Crap and then let me know how you did subscribe.
Also, not
Just because
not to distract from what we're here for, but I would like to say it makes a little bit of sense for Bill's brother to be named Chris.
Because Bill had a bit of an obsession with the Chris.
Old Slaps, no.
Yeah,
Chris.
old slaps do know. But yeah.
My boy Chris.
do you think
Wow.
that's why he needed him as a manager? Because are you his big brother? Or his
Yes,
little
I think he
brother?
was psychosexually obsessed with me. And so when he met someone else named Chris, he said, oh my goodness, this is close to someone I know from my life. Let me enter an unhealthy sexual relationship with him.
We have gotten more grounded, justified backstory in 5 minutes from Chris Cravy than we ever did from Bill. This is really
You're
enlightening.
welcome.
So you're in here. You're in here.
I'm in here because I knew Bill let me know that he was leaving to sell the beef diaper. And I said, this is not going to work. You know, it's a fool's errand. What are you doing? But I did see it as an opportunity. I said, well, that means there's a freaking chair open on the old pod.
That's true.
Right.
And
There
as a
was.
loyal listener, I thought this is my chance to swoop in and become the fourth permanent host of the Teachers Lounge
Well,
podcast.
as-
Kick it!
Whoa, no!
Oh, you missed this.
Oh my God!
Welcome to the Teachers
Oh, second theme
That's
song.
right. Yeah.
Your Honor, Mr. Engineer, thank you for kicking it right
That's
there.
unbelievable.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, Borland.
I can't even get the theme song to play. And Chris Cravy comes in here 5 minutes later. He's kicking the theme
Wow,
song.
this guy can host.
Unbelievable.
Just got kick cucked.
guy
Hey,
can host.
just
I
be
can
careful.
host.
Just be careful, Chris. Just
I
be
can
careful.
host.
I can host.
That's big confidence. He's got that cravey
Got the
confidence.
Cravy confidence.
I can host.
Listen, I can host, and here's the main reason why I think I can host. I think the show sucks.
What the fuck?
I think this podcast sucks.
What the
Okay,
fuck,
Chris.
loyal listener?
I'm a loyal listener, and I here's what I do. I hate listening to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sick of this shit.
Me too.
People talking about how they hate watch things. No, you don't. You're obsessed with it.
That's
okay?
right.
You're so obsessed, and you're upset that you're obsessed with something that other people think
of
sucks.
course.
That's
and
right.
that's why you say you hate watching.
Of course.
Actually, you love it.
You're not telling me something new. Tell me I hate myself. That's
You're a
that's
cravey, for God's
breaking-
sake.
Yeah, come on. That's no breaking news for me. No, of course I hate you all and myself and the show.
I mean, there's a few obvious things to hate about the show.
Yeah.
The episodes aren't long enough.
Yeah.
Not my note.
That's not,
Not
your
my
note.
note.
Okay, I know that there could be a little more Padre focus in the episodes. I think there like
No,
a whole Padre segment.
Absolutely not. I hate this.
He's probably thinking, the guys need to listen to Sam more. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Wrong again.
or maybe he's thinking that Howard should put his foot down a little more frequently and sort of take control of things.
In a way, yes.
Oh.
This is where my notes
Uh-oh.
begin.
Uh-oh.
All right?
Don't listen. If you came on here to tell us that Howard is right, I swear to
Guess
God,
what,
I'm going to
bitch?
wring your neck like you're
Guess
Bart
what?
Simpson.
Go
I'm going
for
to turn
it,
into
bitch.
Homer, and you're going to be
I'll
Bart.
probably like it. Eat my shorts.
God. Okay.
Okay,
What's
look,
the news?
Here's the deal.
What's the news?
Yeah, here's the news. News in the world. Howard deserves to be heard. He is
Wow.
a person who has a voice.
No. No.
Big scream from Sam. Walking around the room and literally tearing
I've
what's
been
left of
wrong
his
this
hair
whole
out.
time?
Yes, you have.
It's so hard to believe that I'm a person who deserves to be heard that
It's
you
impossible.
You literally-
I see what's happening. Mr. Engineer, let's fix my headphones because I'm hearing heard, but I think you're saying hurt. We need to hurt Howard more.
Well, you're half right.
Okay.
I was saying heard, but I also agree with hurt.
Wait a minute.
We
that
need to be
contradicts.
listening to Howard and then doing some jackass-style pranks once we do this.
Walking around, putting his hair back in his head.
Yeah, but stuffing it back in the tubs. Yes.
I don't like it.
I want...
Hey, what's up? This is Todd Padre, and this is kicking Howard in the
No,
chin.
no.
See, that was
I
good.
bit my tongue.
I said shin, and he bit his tongue.
Not one of these Howard voices.
Slobs know Howard has a lisp sometimes.
I bit my tongue. I bit my tongue.
Oh,
and
God.
I bit my tongue.
Oh,
you did
God.
We did this to him.
Oh,
You
no,
did.
this
Oh,
is
no.
this was everyone's favorite episode when Howard had a self-imposed speech impediment.
Well, it wasn't self-imposed. We heard him.
That's right.
You know, and now
Yeah,
we've
but
done
in a
it
way
again.
it felt like he was leading into it.
Yeah, you might be right.
I made a choice.
But so here's
My worst nightmare.
my thought. This is we're getting into it. I love where we're going so far. I want this to be a classic. Here's the thing. You guys are doing a podcast. Snooze. Snooze. I'm snoozing. I'm falling asleep listening to this. Falling asleep at the wheel, crashing my car. So
Jealous. Someone's jealous of my thing.
No. Here's the deal. What type of radio do people listen to?
None.
Shock
Rogan.
jocks. Shock jocks. And Rogan. Let's sprinkle in a little shock jock and Rogan. So if we do jackass-style pranks on Howard, punch him in the balls, kick his shin, make him bite his tongue.
Okay.
Too late.
These are things that we can do to shock the audience into listening. We can do classic drive time shock jock radio.
Hey, Chris, I don't need shock factor because I connect to the hearts and minds of
Yes.
the fans. I don't need to shock anybody. Okay.
Snooze.
When
No
you're
one
one
cares.
of the thought leaders of the free school, people listen.
Phew, that's a big fake snore.
God, he's really cutting to my core with
Yes.
these.
How's it feel?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Todd Padre, and this is dumping water on Howard's penis.
No, just on my penis.
Zips.
Oh,
What's Sproy?
I just added a general all-purpose sproy.
That was a shock jock
Yeah,
Sproy
just a
for
shock
the
jock
audience.
Sproy.
Chris is great. I gotta be honest.
No.
I hate his notes. They cut me to the core, but it's working.
Well, when I poured that water, Howard pointed a gun at it, but I was pouring it on his penis. Luckily, we got the gun out of his hands.
I was very excited for the brief moment that Howard was pointing a gun at his penis.
I would never shoot my own penis.
I thought maybe he would shoot his own.
Said with such confidence.
Yeah. Even I can see behind his eyes that he knows someday he will.
No. I would absolutely.
Maybe not today.
No, I don't hate water enough to shoot myself.
I think
in
Chris
the
is
penis.
incepting this idea in your mind.
That's
I think it's
right.
gonna happen.
Nope.
Yes, that's
We
right.
know Chris has some sort of ability to control dreams or some
That's
sort
right.
of
I
ethereal
exist
connection to
in the
dreams.
dream realm. Welcome to the Red Room.
Oh, we're
in
in-
the Black Lodge. I talk backwards sometimes.
We're in Howard's Lynchian dream realm.
No.
Okay. Now,
No, you guys are trying to
Penis
make
water.
you're trying to make me go crazy.
old
It's
Slops
not
know
going to work.
talking backwards is canon.
That's true.
Now listen, let's dive into a new segment that is shock jock oriented. Okay.
Oh no,
Here we
Chris
go.
is
we're losing
taking
control.
over.
Here we go. New segment. Hottie of the week.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yes, this is
probably
the
me.
kind of stuff they talk about on radio. It's just, hot celebs and who is the hottest of them all. So just
Okay.
maybe we can all go around and say a hottie that we think is smoking hot.
All right, Hottie of the Week, Hottie of the Week.
I guess I'll go first. Big feminist, RBG. I
Wow,
think Ruth Bader
Ruth Bader
Ginsburg
Ginsburg.
is the hottie of the week because justice is what I seek.
Hey, Sam, get out of here with that bullshit. That ain't no hottie of the week.
What?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
I thought I was being genuine.
I got one for you. Mila Kunis.
Oh, yeah, Jupiter Ascending.
She's making my Jupiter ascend, if you know what I mean. Spray.
I don't think this is within the
yeah,
tone
this
of
is
the
not
show.
really the show.
This isn't the show, Chris.
I'm locking in. I'm locking
trying to
into
say
this.
yes.
I'm locking
Yes,
into this.
Todd and I are locking
All right, Laura Prepon.
eyes. Yes.
Okay, so both that 70s show.
Yes.
You know the pattern.
Yes.
I didn't think it was possible.
The mom from that 70s show.
Yes.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was possible for this show to get more chaotic when Bill wasn't here.
That's
But
that energy I'm bringing.
This is getting crazy, and I really wish my tongue would heal.
You're right.
'cause I don't
You're
like
right. I'm
talking
being
like this.
crazy. I'm being crazy. Let's be normal now.
Okay.
I'll be normal now.
Oh
I'll
God,
be
this
normal.
is so strange. I feel like I'm in a waking dream.
Yeah, it feels like we're listening to the
Okay.
greatest hits of this podcast.
Well, Chris, I'll tell you this. I take notes well and I take advice well.
Said
and so
never.
I'm trying to, what's that?
You've never said that.
You famously do not.
Well, no, I think I do. I think if people disagree with me, that they're wrong about it. I know myself,
That's
And
awesome.
So I am looking for compromise here. This is a good opportunity for me to enact my play and try to find a hug with you because we're disagreeing a little bit. I mean, I did
Okay.
love talking about Hottie of the Week.
Yes, it was fun.
But there's disagreement on the tone of the show. So what's our middle ground here?
Okay, yes.
You
Let's
know?
find a compromise,
Well-
even though just the word itself makes me sick. But okay, I'll play your game. I'll try to compromise.
Let's try to
okay?
do, instead of Chris Cravy's crap, let's see some Chris Cravy compromises.
Chris Cravy compromise.
Now, let's see. Where can we meet in the middle here?
Okay,
You
let's
like shock jock stuff.
I love Shaq Jackson.
And I love Howard's new interviews. The tone of Howard Stern's
Not mine.
in-depth.
He hates
no,
mine.
God no. We're talking Stern.
Your book of interviews was unreadable.
Well, because it shouldn't have been a book.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
No.
Shouldn't have been a
That's
book.
what everybody
No.
said. It shouldn't have been a book. It should have been a TV show. And I said, you're probably right.
Yes. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you made up every interview in the book?
Yeah, it
Well,
was,
they're hypothetical
They're
interviews
hypothetical
as
interviews.
a proof of concept so that eventually one day I could actually
but it
interview
wasn't in
someone.
the form of like question and answer interviews. It was prose
It would-
about a bunch of interviews.
It read
we
like, boy, if Ruth Bader Ginsburg came into the room, I'd probably say, wow, your Supreme Court
And then
justice, what's that like?
she'd-
And then she'd probably be happy to answer that question.
I did say
Well,
probably a lot, though.
We
so
do
it
have a
shouldn't been
recording
taken
from
seriously.
an open mic where you did read the book
Yeah.
live.
Oh, let's listen to
Hey,
that.
he
Alex.
says probably a lot, so it shouldn't have been taken seriously.
Yeah. Which clip do you have? Who's the interview for?
This was the open mic, and this was your interview with, or your possible interview with former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld.
Okay, cool. So I'm sitting in my study, and Don Rumsfeld comes
Quick pause.
Yeah.
So this was your live reading, and you had a list for it.
Yep. Yeah. This
He
was
had gotten
back.
kicked in the
I'm
teeth.
confused about the timeline of when this could have happened.
This was back when it happened in the show. It happened right after when it already happened.
About
in
a
the
year
show.
ago, Rubber Band Man.
Yeah.
All right.
About a year ago.
And action or play.
I say to him, "What's up, Don?" And he probably says something like, "Oh, just doing my job."
I got a chocolate scone latte.
Okay. Hey,
I don't even know what this is.
listen. You're paying to Airbnb half of my house. Stay out of here.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, pause. This is a live open mic at your house that someone is Airbnb-ing
Yeah,
to
who,
make.
who was that?
It was this guy named Terry.
Terry.
Yeah, it was a
Maybe
guy named
character who
Terry.
could come back in a more normal future episode.
1-star review on him
Wow.
as a guest. He
And what about from him to you?
ravaged my house. No. Gotta have one to let him get ravaged.
Yeah.
But anyway, honestly, the rest of this interview with Don Rumsfeld isn't that good. So we can move on.
Well, it didn't even happen.
Right.
It's not an interview
Right.
with Donald
I
Rumsfeld.
just
not
remember
my
you
best
coming
work.
into the office the next day and you seemed like someone had absolutely ravaged your wife,
Right. And
as in comparison to
that's
what you
because
are able to
I
do.
think so highly of my home to see it destroyed. It was about
Your-
the same
your house
as
is your wife.
somebody.
He house cucked you.
He house
He
cooked.
house
Well,
cut
yes.
you. Oh my
too bad.
God.
Yeah.
I heard he laid down across your couch and said, "How do you like this, little bitch boy?"
Yeah.
Harry!
I heard he wore a condom in your house.
He did the whole time he was there.
Well, that's good. He was safe.
That's nice.
Except the last day, I walked into his room and the condom's on the ground.
Oh my God.
And I'm
my
like,
I'm not sure what that means.
I'm like, did Terry?
Well, that's what's terrifying about
yeah,
it.
give me
Terry,
Who knows?
Terry's been wearing a condom this whole time. He took it off the last day he was here. And he was in my house without a condom on the last day. I had to move out.
You moved out.
I can't believe someone was in your house without a condom.
I mean, I've been in that house. I've been in that house for 42 years, and I still wear a
Hey,
condom.
listen, I wear a condom every time I come over. I take my shoes off
wear a
and I put my condom
I
on.
wear a condom in my own house.
I'm wearing a condom on all of my fingers. Right now. Every single finger.
I thought you were holding a bunch of bananas.
Nuh-uh.
I can't see
Condom.
good. I can't see good. I can't see good.
You thought I had two hands, each with no fingers,
It's
and instead had
justified.
5
No, I
bananas?
thought your fists were wrapped around the
Yeah.
very
It's
edge.
justified.
Okay.
Sam can't see good.
Thank you. I can't see good. There's nothing else.
Can't see good.
There's nothing else.
See, now, isn't this nice? We just learned so much about Howard that we would have never heard.
Yeah.
We would have never
True,
heard
Chris.
this, but because we let him have a voice, we learned that he got house cucked by a guy named Harry, and that he was
Also,
released his book of interviews.
also, just wanted to go. When Terry left, my house had mold.
No.
Yeah, he gave my house mold, and I couldn't be in the house anymore.
Well, that's house peace.
Yeah,
that's how that's house peace,
and it's there for
actually,
life.
And it's actually pretty normal.
Yeah,
it's actually
yeah.
a lot of people are living with house
A
peace.
lot of
now.
people live with house peace, even if it's just on your windows. It doesn't have to be on your toilets.
And you can take Valtract home. That's the best I got with that.
It's
pretty
really
good though.
Best I got.
Chris, have you considered, because this was interesting, I think we'll get Bill back eventually, but maybe, yeah, I mean, we miss him, but I don't, and we would miss you.
Okay.
But I don't know that, as much as I like these suggestions,
Yeah.
you know, it
Demands.
well, these demands for our podcast, like Howard talk more,
Yes.
or Howard more.
Yes.
I like 50% of the suggestions.
Great.
Hottie of the week was interesting.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
But I'm wondering, what would Chris bring to the show? You know,
Because you're not on yet. We don't
Yeah.
know if
Okay.
we're
What
going to
would-
release this.
yeah.
Sure.
What's something new that you could bring that we don't already
We'll throw
have?
this into the trash.
I tell you this.
Okay.
Are you in a relationship, Chris? I think we a relationship advice would be really helpful on this
I
show.
love giving relationship advice. I am in a relationship.
Okay.
Oh.
Pretty long standing.
Okay.
I've been in a relationship for about 6 or 7 years.
Wow.
Pretty long.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is with someone I met at janitor school.
Okay.
Yes. It is actually my professor.
Oh wow.
Consensual?
Yes.
Okay.
On
I
both
hope so.
sides.
Yes.
I just don't know. I don't always love a professor love story.
Sure. It's a little problematic.
Unless it's a nutty professor, and
Then it's hilarious.
Funny you say. Funny you say. I was taught by the nutty professor at janitor college.
No.
Well,
Yes.
are you sure?
Yes.
You.
Big fat man, big round fat man, or very funny.
Okay, good.
That's it.
Well, it's good you weren't taught by Buddy Love.
No.
That would have
No.
been horrible.
No.
it's Professor Clump.
It was Professor Clump.
Okay.
Well, I did have a bit of a brief affair with the original Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah.
The one we would make love and he would go,
So,
And he's about 100 years old.
100 years old.
so they replaced one nutty professor with a second nutty professor.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he was let go when he said some horrible things during his telethon. And he had a telethon to raise money for MOPS every year.
Oh, it's tough because it's a good cause.
Yes.
But then you're an awful person.
Yes.
And so it's like, what side of that do I fall
Where's
on?
that compromise?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm always arguing with me. It's like, if I did charity, you couldn't hate me as much.
Good thing to remember. But so the answer is yes, I've been in a relationship with Professor Clump for about 6 or 7 years, and I would love to give relationship advice.
Well, and what do you guys do? What do you guys like to do? You go out, go to comedy clubs?
We like to go to comedy clubs. We like to see a young Dave Chappelle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's and that's
Not a lot of opportunities
that's
to do
really
that these
hard.
days.
It's really hard. I call up all these comedy clubs. I go, "Hi, is young Dave Chappelle performing anytime
Yeah.
soon?" And is he doing a exclusively crowd work set? And they often go, "No, what are you talking about? How would that even be possible? Dave Chappelle is old now."
But the past factory, he'll go up at it.
He'll
once
go
in
up
a
at the
while.
past. The past factory is all throwback comedy.
It's
and he'll
great.
go up there, and we go. But I got to tell you, Professor Clump hates going on those dates.
Oh, yeah.
He hates them,
Well, because if there's any crowd work.
and there is.
Uh,
Almost exclusively. And I keep saying, like, he's like, "Can we sit in the back?" I go, "No." He's sitting in the front.
Yeah, even, I mean, young Dave Chappelle obviously hurt his feelings, but even like young Lampanelli will go pretty hard on him.
Yes.
Jeff Ross, of course, roasted him.
Yes, young Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross.
Yes, young Colin Quinn.
I was surprised. I mean, even young Lenny Bruce threw a couple jabs in there,
Yes.
and it was like, hey,
Yes, and it was and they were the kind where I guess they were funny at one point to one group of people, but now they were
It's hard- it's
inaccessible.
really hard to
really
relate.
jokes, right? They were just sort of
No.
screams.
Well, it just kind of like rattling off a bunch of stuff, and this sort of like, hey, what do you know? Hey, you know, hey, hey, he knows. Hey, and I'm like, I don't even follow this. This is influential. Anyway, I'd love to give relationship advice. I think that'd be
Okay.
fun. You know,
Well-
maybe I could. If you guys have
Yeah,
stuff
lay it
with
on
love.
us.
I mean,
Okay.
does anyone need some advice? in
I
their
do.
relationship?
I am
Okay.
at a. Well, let me. This is actually an email from a caller. It's not about me. It's an email from a caller.
Not
we do
about
not
you,
do.
you said.
Kind of a confusing
Not
setup.
about
We
me.
don't take calls or emails. This is surely about.
Did it come to you in a dream?
Yeah. The caller emailed me in a dream. It's not about me.
Obviously, a lie.
Obviously, we all know dreams are reality. It's not what's going on in
Okay.
your own head. So
Sure.
This caller is seeing somebody right now who is having trouble getting over a past relationship. And that somebody is a widow. And this caller has had to puppet the widow.
Not about you, though. Even though that is what's been happening with you. for
100% Todd's story.
Sounds
weeks
like
and
your
weeks and
story.
I think there are. That's the thing is love is universal. A lot of people have relatable situations.
Not this one.
Oh, what's that?
This is a pretty specific situation that I don't
Well, let's get the
think is-
advice.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
see what
Okay,
do you
Yeah,
think?
so,
here's my
uh,
advice. If there's some distance between this caller, emailer, wink, wink. There's some distance between that person and their partner who's a widow. I would suggest just here's what you do. What I would do. Okay, do what's worked in my.
Oh, he doesn't have
relationship.
advice.
Invite? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Invite them to a dinner with every member of your family. A big dinner. Everybody sits
This seems
around.
club specific,
Well,
Chris.
But that's what I'm saying. This is what has worked for us.
I think this was a classic
Man.
Cravy. You started confidently with some advice and realized you didn't have any
Yeah.
halfway through.
You're
It's
full
a
of shit,
classic
just like
Cravy.
Bill. We don't need another one.
No, hey, you
Nice
watch
try.
your mouth. I'm
Okay,
not
give
full
me
of
some
shit.
relationship advice.
Okay, fine.
Give me some.
What's your status
I'm
quo?
eternally lonely.
Uh-huh.
I cannot be around another person for more than 30 minutes, and I love to turn myself into food and eat myself. Fix me.
Okay, a tricky one. Tricky one. He's turning into food. He's lonely. I guess I would say, just thinking outside the box here.
Doesn't have advice.
Nothing.
Let me pull some very real advice. I would encourage you to invite them to a dinner with every member of your family.
This is the club.
Okay, no, hey, no, it's not. Okay, no, it's not.
And what do you hope will happen at that dinner? Hercules?
I hope that someone there will be named Hercules, and someone else will be enthused enough about something they did that they will clap for Hercules.
I don't think you have advice.
And that's
Chris.
the end of what I know about the clubs.
So the next one surely will be real
Yeah, so
advice.
this is for me.
It has to be. By process of elimination,
Honestly,
it has to
I
be.
don't need a lot relationship.
It's good of you guys to ask for advice for yourselves. I shouldn't have read an email. I should have said something personal
Yeah.
about me, but it's nice that you guys are doing that.
I probably don't need much advice.
Okay,
relationship
where are you
wise.
at in
I'm
your
pretty
relationship?
good.
Yeah.
Happy alone.
Big
Would you say
tear.
happy to alone?
Happy to alone.
And you said big tear.
I said big tear rolling down
Right.
his face.
Yeah, I'm happy on my own, but I would love to
Tears
have
flooding down his face.
somebody to
Getting
talk
pretty
to.
wet
Just a
in here.
person to talk to, really.
Oh, he's having a daymare.
I don't need that.
Oh, he's pointing the gun at his tears.
That's your face, Howard.
I
Be
cried
careful.
into
Your
my
head's
lap.
behind your face,
Your
Howard.
head's behind your
He's
face.
crying into his lap.
Crying into my lap.
Oh, no, he's pointing the gun at his head.
Here, Howard, Howard, here's a knife.
No!
No,
Not a knife!
Okay, Howard, calm down. Okay,
I've got a gun in one hand and a knife in the other.
He's singing.
Singing, I think he thinks he's singing Ironic by Alison Morissette. Oh, no,
Alison Morissette. Yeah, Alison Morissette, a classic Chris Cravy style spin. We got Bill Cravy and Chris Cravy and Alanis and Allison. These are the people in the universe. Anyway.
that was wrong on 6 levels.
But seriously, have you seen an Alison Morissette concert? They are long.
Yes. They are long. And she, of course, dated John Stamos.
Yeah.
That's right.
And-
That's right. And
Thank God the chaotic moment passed.
Yes,
And
okay. Oh,
I shot myself in the
no.
penis.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did you get it all?
I shot it.
Okay, Howard,
It's a clean
Howard,
cut.
stay calm. Let's stop the bleeding.
It's a clean
Here's
cut.
my advice for what you should do in your relationship. And
We
in this
need a
moment-
moil.
And in this moment when you just... Oh, stop.
We need a moil.
Moil. Here's what you should do. I think you should have a telethon to raise money for your battered penis and your relationship. I think you should have a telethon.
okay, that's what the other night
battered-
professor
Is
did.
it?
That's what the other night professor did.
Okay, have a telethon and pace around and walk right up to the camera and shout at them and say, like, we need your money.
Okay, everybody, this is Nutty Professor advice, but it isn't terrible advice. We are emergency telethon for Howard's battered penis.
Yes.
Please.
Please help Howard's battered penis.
It's pretty
Howard,
bad,
here's
guys.
a rubber
Hello,
band. You need
911?
to stop the bleeding.
911?
Rubber band.
Hi, 911. We need to. My friend shot his penis.
What's your
off.
emergency?
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
there's a
Sorry to
little bit of a
interrupt you.
delay.
Sorry. Oh, there's a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay on the phone sometimes.
Todd, be careful. I need help.
What's your emergency?
Hey, why do you have a delay? Okay, this is terrible service, and you're a fucking idiot. If
Yeah,
you
I
don't...
know. I'm so sorry about the delay.
No. Apology not accepted. Let me speak to your manager.
Oh, no.
Hi, this is the 911 manager.
Okay, hi. I'd like a free limo, or what's it called?
Limo? I don't need a limo.
Sir, we
I
don't
don't need a
offer
limo,
free
Todd.
I meant ambulance. I call them limos because it's what I take to get to red carpets.
Hot chocolate scone?
I think that's mine.
Wait.
I think that I don't know what that is, but I think it's mine.
Here you go, sir.
All right, if you're going to eat through this call, I don't need you.
Okay.
No,
Don't come.
Todd, to help. No.
Don't come,
Todd.
you
We
little
don't need you
fucker.
either. Click.
No, Todd.
All right, it's just us in here.
911.
Yeah, it's just the core 4. This is who it was always meant to be.
No.
We're locked in. We'll solve
know-
the problem of Howard's bloody penis.
I'm getting kind of lightheaded, fellas.
All of our guys was beef diapers, and Bill took them all, so we don't have anything to stop the bleeding
There's
here.
nothing to do.
Howard, I'd give you my sweatshirt, but I just got it.
Here,
Just got it.
It's a white. It's a crisp.
here,
blue.
Howard. I brought a bunch of printed out copies of Chris Cravy's crap. My newsletter.
Oh, yes.
Let me use that. Let me tie it around your penis.
Get paper cuts all over the inside
Tying
of his
paper
thighs.
around my penis.
No, we'll roll it up small like papyrus.
Yeah, we'll roll it up like papyrus.
Classic use of papyrus.
All right, and I'm just gonna smoke this cigarette real quick because I'm a little anxious.
That makes
Oh, yeah.
sense. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Hey, would you put that thing
Nah, I
out?
think it's
Will you
straight.
flick that
Would you
thing?
put that out?
Oh, no.
Would you please?
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, no!
my newsletters, which I douse in lighter fluid.
No shit.
Why did I do that?
God.
Okay, we've charred your penis. It's okay.
Guys,
Cauterize.
I am not gonna die again. I am not dying
We're not
today.
gonna let you die.
No, shock the penis.
Can we get a nutty professor in here?
Is
Please, is there a nutty professor?
Howard, stay with us. Stay with us.
Stay
Are
with
you
me,
surf
Howard.
or turf, Howard? Are you team surf or team turf?
I think
Sam, not now.
Come on, the battle has to be figured out.
I
Who
mean-
did global warming? Is it the sea creatures
I'm
or the
in
landman?
I'm in the sky, man.
He's in the sky. Oh no, he's
Lucy.
oh wait, I'm entering a dream state.
I'm in-
I'm entering a dream state because Howard's entering another realm.
Oh my God, you guys are mentally connected.
Whoa.
Psychically linked in the red room.
Pulling out a computer.
Oh, they're having a psychosexual connection.
Let me Google.
Oh my God, Howard would be losing his virginity right now, but he doesn't have a penis for it.
Let me Google
Howard emotionally losing his virginity.
how to have sex with someone without a penis. I'm feeling lucky.
Oh my God, he got his results.
It's taking me to.
Hi, this is Todd Padres Real. This first character is a man making love without his penis.
Is this Todd?
the
Is this your
first
Mad
result.
TV?
Thank you for your time, Mad TV's version of Lorne, and here we go.
Todd's real is finding its way into my subconscious.
I tell you everything.
Oh no.
I don't have a penis.
I'm gonna go to sleep, guys.
Yes, drift away with me. My energy is fading just like Howard's. It's almost as if this
Look
choice
what I
I
can
made
do.
up the top
Look
is
what I can do.
unsustainable.
They're both dying. They're both dying together.
Fading away.
Oh, I can't lose a friend.
Oh, wait, Howard's speaking Creole.
Oh, Creole.
Oh, my God, Howard's going
There
to
go
go.
the gumbo right there.
sausage.
Dr. John Jacobofini.
New Orleans.
And Chris is connected to Howard, so he's speaking Creole too.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Voodoo's bringing them back to life.
Bourbon Street.
Freshman Street.
The French Quarter.
I don't think this is voodoo.
Yeah.
Henri.
Louisiana.
And snap out of it. Oh, my God, that was me the whole time. I was hypnotizing them. I didn't know I was so powerful. That must have been me hypnotizing them. Oh, my God. I snapped him out of it, so I must have been in control the whole time.
And my penis isn't bleeding anymore.
Forget surf versus turf. I'm a hypnotist.
Wow.
This is my calling.
my list
I'm gonna
is
wait.
gone.
No, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna hypnotize the fish and the land animals to get along.
Wow, that was
sense.
all hypnotism except for the part where we cut off and charred your penis. That really happened.
Yeah, but it's not bleeding anymore, and my lisp is gone.
Wow, I'm really awesome.
Hypnotism works.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, check out Hugs at the Hamilton High School Theater, playing Thursday through Sunday.
You haven't even cast it yet. You said before.
We're still trying to cast Tupac and Biggie
God.
for the big nude hug. That's the climax of the play. Special thanks to Chris for being in the studio today.
Yes, happy to be here. Hope I get to come back. Hope
know,
I get
Chris,
to come back and barge in whenever.
I did like this episode. I think we are gonna air it, so you're gonna get to hear yourself on the
Oh
lounge.
my God. Aw.
And Chris,
Chris
your
is
dream
showing
come true.
emotion.
Again, greatest hits.
Yeah, it's almost as if anyone who did listen to the episodes that were originally behind the Stitcher paywall will find this frustratingly inside.
Well, hey, thanks for sticking with us anyway. And Chris, why don't you take us out until next time?
Hey, Flippy!
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest I got to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.
If you enjoyed the Teacher's Lounge, make sure to check out their bonus mini episodes available on Stitcher Premium. Just go to stitcherpremium.com/teacher and use promo code TEACHER for your first month free. Also, the guys would like to thank Casey Trela, who made the incredible theme song for the show. You can check out his music at Casey Trela, that's Trela, on Twitter. Finally, the Teacher's Lounge has a lot of great merch available. Just go to podswag.com/teacher and see for yourself. Thanks for listening.